Hello. Today I'd like to share a session that focuses on our passions, but also balancing that with self-care. I feel like that's a really important dynamic in personal development and just in general walking mindfulness. So we're going to be aware of where we could get self-care, where we need self-care, where we're giving self-care, where we could give more self-care, as well as how that complements our passions and how that prepares us to dive into our passions. So I'm going to do a more practical practice with the self-care side of things. Right now, my body wants more self-massage. So I'll be doing a little bit of massage. And while I'm going through and giving the body some care with this massage, let's talk about passions. Passions are the things that keep us firing, keep us excited, keep us motivated. These are the things that really make us smile and shine, and generally for me, they're win-wins. So passions are really win-wins, things that we're really excited about, that make us smile, that make us want to serve really positive things with the community and share those things. So these are the things that get us up smiling in the morning. And I'm not saying that we need to do this every day. There's phases for all of it. I'm just saying that it's really nice to have driving passions and go through phases of exploring and understanding those passions, while also going through phases of rest and also delivering on those passions. So what I'd like to share today is something that it feels a little more shamanic, like it's very, very Lakota medicine to be able to honor these things, honor these passions, honor these situations in our lives, honor all of this stuff. And in the Lakota way, we make space once a month definitely to honor our passions, but twice a month to really do some self-maintenance in amongst a whole bunch of other things. But there's definitely that new moon and full moon ceremony, the new moon being the gratitude prayer ceremony where we manifest and create and get a real feel for our passions, and then on the full moon ceremony when we let everything go. So that one helps us to just release even our attachment to our passions, release things that have challenged us, and just allow ourselves to be centered, and then allowing that next phase to come when the new moon comes, to be able to really focus in on our passions again. So that's just a process that's a general wrapper for each month. And I find it very, very powerful to be able to every month tune in and ask myself, am I doing the things that I'm passionate about? Are there areas where my body is asking, where my being is asking to be able to serve and to be able to improve or change my status or change my capabilities in different areas, change the ability to serve in certain areas? So these are really, really interesting questions to ask ourselves. When was the last time you asked yourself what you're genuinely passionate about? What is the best case scenario right now for this body? And what's really, really exciting for you? And if we can start to even take baby steps in those areas, it can be really, really powerful. It's amazing how when we just ask our body, what kind of self-care would you like? Would you like a massage? Would you like healthy food? Would you like some exercise? It's amazing how the body responds and how grateful it feels when we give this kind of self-care to ourselves. This self-care and our passions are so intertwined. We can't really deliver on our passions fully unless we're honoring at least a significant portion of our self-care. And it's kind of challenging to focus on self-care if you've got passions that are screaming to you and don't feel like they're being listened to. So this is a really, really important piece of communication that mindfulness can help us to be aware of. Man, my neck feels amazing just from the posture of having it on a yoga mat, with or without any massage. So this practice can be as simple as asking ourselves, body, where can I use some self-care? How can we serve this body? And then asking passions, excitement, enthusiasm, how can you be served? How can I find that sweet spot balance? And it's very easy to get into the ego and making it greater than something, or trying to make our sense of self-value into some of these passions. And that's not going to be a really clear expression of passions either. It's a different part of the dance. It's kind of like overshooting and overbalancing without really having that harmony of peace and happiness that's in that sweet spot in the middle. So yeah, finding a balance with those two and making it all work in our ecosystem, in our lives, is really, really beautiful. And that's a really amazing fundamental practice to use in your morning and evening check-ins. So if you'd like to share what you're passionate about, or share any questions about acting on your passions or exploring your passions, please leave us a message below in the comments and I'll get back to you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for sharing mindfulness together today. Ciao.